I'm Stuart Jackson, a professional actor in London, England. And I'm also producer and co-host of Aliens Explored, a weekly podcast where we look at UFOs, UAPs, ETs, alien abductions, all sorts of weird and wonderful things like that. But I have a particular interest in crop circles. So when I was asked by a couple of friends recently to show them some crop circles in Wiltshire, England, I was over the moon and couldn't wait. Now, we took some footage whilst we were there to share with you so we can bring you along as we are exploring the circles. So we've found the first crop circle, it seems, just over behind us. What it looks like is that the farmer has basically, not even harvested, but cut looks like corn from here, just in where the crop circle itself was. It does sometimes happen, it happens quite often, and a lot of farmers do it to avoid people coming in and trampling the crops and doing actual damage, which is unfortunate, but understandable, of course. You know, this is farmers' livelihoods we're talking about. But we're going to go in and have a look inside the circle, see if we can find any evidence that might be left after harvesting. We're going to be using the EMF reader, the Geiger counter, and of course our eyes, which is the best sense of all. So we've managed to make it to inside the circle. Unfortunately, as we suspected, the farmer has cut the corn, and he's cut it really short. To give you an example, if I pull a piece out of the ground, you can see just how short he's cut it. Now, ordinarily, if it was a genuine crop circle, you would see nodes like that one there. That's where the bend would be, and you'd see a small hole in it where it was effectively blown out to create the bend. We are seeing a number of pieces. See if I can find one handy. There you go. That have bends where it's broken. Whether that's because it was never a genuine crop circle in the first place and just caused by planks and ropes, or if that's been caused by the tractor itself, it's no real way of telling. I have been looking for any pieces in the crop circle that might have bends on the node itself, but I haven't seen any to date. So far this is looking like a man-made crop circle. The fact it's not that big either doesn't help. If we have a quick pan around, you can see this was never a huge crop circle to start with. Quite a pretty one, consisting of 3 circles in a sort of snakes pattern. But yes, it looks like it's either, but it's been obliterated by the farmer, as I say, quite understandably so. But I don't think we're going to get a great deal. We've been looking with the Geiger counter. There's been no variance in readings inside the circle to outside, and when I say outside, I mean from some distance away. Same with the EMF reader, getting nothing of any significance with that. But there we go. So for this second crop circle, the first thing we're going to do is send a drone up to have a look, see if we can find it, because we've come to the general area, but to be honest, it covers quite a wide area and we don't know exactly where this crop circle is. So we'll be sending the drone up to see if we can find out. So we've arrived here at Hackpen Hill in Wiltshire, ready to look for these crop circles again. We think it's in this field just off to our side, although we can't really see it from the angle we're stood at. So the next thing we're going to do is send up the trusty old drone just to check it out and have a look. And hopefully we can see it. There is another crop circle in this general area as well, although we're not entirely sure where it is from where we are. So hopefully having the drone up, that'll give us an indication of that as well. Now this particular crop circle, the first one we want to look at, was first recorded about a month ago on I think it was the 14th of June, so quite some time ago now. We don't know what state it's going to be in from here, but we can have a look. And hey, we're out in the beautiful Wiltshire countryside, and what can be better than that? Look at those views. So we've finally made it to the crop circle at Hackpen Hill that was first reported back about a month ago, 14th of June. And straight away, the moment we walk in, despite the fact that this entire field has been harvested, I did have a little bit of a moment when I saw that, but nonetheless, we walk in, we can see where the crops were laid previously from its formation. We've pulled a few out, and instantly we've got some wonderful examples of exactly what I've been talking about. So if we're getting nice and close, you can see how it's bent on the node. That is actually quite strong. I would be breaking, in fact, if I twist up, see, it won't even bend on the node. It's breaking the crop itself. Now what happens is sometimes you see little holes inside on here. This is a much better example, a much stronger angle as well, so that's possibly from a different part of the circle, but just on one of these, I think that one, we've got a nice little example of a hole. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these back to my office where I can put them under the microscope and get some really good footage close up on these nodules, maybe even dissect them. So we've got some really good examples. But I'm so pleased that we've actually found what I refer to always as a genuine crop circle, and here it is. Absolutely wonderful. So here at the very centre of the circle, some previous people have been and placed some interesting stones, some bits of flint, even a feather, as a kind of, people do this as an offering or something, but these are placed by people, but interesting nonetheless. And that, as you've just seen, is Hackpen Hill White Horse. And here we are at the second crop circle of Hackpen Hill. This one was a bit early. This was reported back on the 4th of June, so 10 days earlier than was reported for the other crop circle. But fortunately, as you can see around us, this has not been harvested and is still in, especially for the length of time it's been here, really good condition. Now, it has been walked in an awful lot, as we can see from the way it's all been tramped down. However, we can tell that this again is a genuine crop circle because we've got the bent nodes again, just like before. Now, interestingly, as we were walking through, some of these circles are laid down in an anti-clockwise fashion, some in a clockwise. So let's have a walk through all the circles and we'll see which way they're going. This one is anti-clockwise, so let's go to the next one. This one is an open circle and is going clockwise. Then we're through to a closed circle going anti-clockwise. Like I say, it really is amazing the condition that these are in. We have an open circle going clockwise again. Another open circle, this time going anti-clockwise though. Closed circle, also anti-clockwise. And do you know what, if you see any patterns to any of this that I'm missing, I want to see in the comments. This one, closed circle, is going clockwise. I have to think for a moment then. Open circle, anti-clockwise. And another open circle going clockwise. Now this is at the top of the M, so we've got some heading that way, some heading that way. We're back onto a closed circle going clockwise. Another closed circle, this time going anti-clockwise. An open circle going clockwise, and if you're wondering why I'm reaching down and tugging, it's because I'm just lifting up where it's still in the ground. I'm just tugging to see which side is still in the ground. We have a closed circle, I can see straight away that's going anti-clockwise. Another closed circle, this time going clockwise. Another closed circle, also going clockwise. We have an open circle going clockwise, and it's interesting to know, as we came in looking at these, I realised that if you look out at eye level on the horizon, it's really difficult to make out these circles. You really need to be seeing them from above. So if you imagine, forgetting the nodes and the way they're bent, people doing this with planks of wood late at night, they're not going to get perfect circles. No way is that going to happen. We have another closed circle going anti-clockwise, and this is again when it changes direction. I'm no expert, but that looks like a 45-degree angle to me. I'd want to examine a diagram of it though to be absolutely sure. Closed circle going clockwise. Closed circle, I can see straight away anti-clockwise. Another closed circle. This time going clockwise. Yeah, clockwise. Open circle. Anti-clockwise. Closed circle. Anti-clockwise. I'm not seeing any patterns to this myself, but like I say, if you do, please do shout out in the comments. We have a closed circle going clockwise. An open circle anti-clockwise. Now here we have a line rather than an actual circle. The crops are heading towards the way we've just come from now. And then we are back to an open circle going anti-clockwise. Another open circle clockwise. Closed circle going anti-clockwise. You'll see depression in there, but that's not part of it. That's just where somebody's fallen over or something. A closed circle going clockwise. We've got two more open circles coming up. The first one is anti-clockwise. The second one is clockwise. Closed circle, I can see it's going anti-clockwise. Absolutely. And finally, we come to the last circle, which is an open circle going clockwise. I'm saying the last circle, I mean, it depends which way you start from, but from where we started, this is the last circle. So this is quite an incredible piece of art. It's an amazing crop circle. Worth noting as well that certainly when I came into the circle, I got palpitations, I got goosebumps, I felt energized and revved up. That feeling has subsided, but that was an initial sort of coming into the circle feeling. I wasn't the only person in my party that felt like that as well, so that's worth bearing in mind. But yeah, this has been an absolute privilege to witness this particular crop circle. And under the majestic white horse as well. Absolutely fantastic. What a fantastic day.